Most people have no idea. They waste over 4 to 6 hours every single day without even realizing it. And the crazy part? That number is only going up. From the United States to India, from Japan to Brazil. Every year, people are spending more and more time glued to their screens. But here's the real truth. Scrolling your phone isn't even the worst part. If you ever feel like there's never enough time, this video holds the power to change your life. The truth is, whether you're a broke college student, or a struggling freelancer, or a billionaire like Elon Musk or Bill Gates, you get the exact same 24 hours every single day. But here's the harsh reality. Those billionaires aren't smarter than you. Those billionaires aren't superhuman. They're not working with 30 hours a day. They follow the same clock, just like you, my friend. So how is it that they can run multi-billion-dollar companies, lead teams across continents, negotiate billion-dollar deals, and still have time to casually post on Twitter, share updates on Facebook? And then there's you, struggling to find time for a simple workout, feeling overwhelmed by endless tasks, feeling like there's never enough time for your dreams. That's not because you're lazy. It's because they know something about time that most people never understand. And that's exactly what I'm about to reveal. The world today is moving faster than ever. Notifications, deadlines, distractions coming at you from every direction. And in all this chaos, poor time management isn't just an inconvenience. It's silently killing your opportunities before they even have a chance to grow. But here's the good news. Time isn't the enemy. It's actually your greatest asset if you know how to control it. And that's exactly what you'll learn today. By the end of this video, you'll have the exact techniques top performers, from billionaires to elite athletes, use to manage their time like a weapon. Most people think being busy means they're making progress. You know the feeling, don't you? Bouncing between emails, WhatsApp, scrolling, and those never-ending to-do lists. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Busyness is not productivity. In fact, some of the busiest people are the least productive because they're stuck reacting to everything around them instead of focusing on what actually matters. Take Warren Buffett, for example, one of the richest men in the world, yet his calendar is almost empty. Why? Because Buffett understands something most people ignore. Being productive isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. Before we move forward, I want you to do one thing for yourself. Start taking notes. I don't want you to watch this video and forget about it in a couple of hours. Take notes, write down the key points and techniques I'm about to share so you can actually apply them in your life. Because information without action is just entertainment, and we're here for transformation. So here's your first shift. Stop measuring your day by how much you do, and start measuring it by what you actually accomplish. Before you dive into your day, ask yourself, what's the one thing I could do today that would make everything else easier or even unnecessary? If I could only work 3 hours today, what would I focus on? This mindset shift alone can reclaim hours every single day. And trust me, the next technique takes this even further. Over 100 years ago, an Italian economist named Vilfredo Pareto discovered something shocking. In almost every area of life, 80% of results come from just 20% of efforts. 80% of your profits come from just 20% of your customers. 80% of your progress comes from only 20% of your tasks. And here's the brutal truth. 80% of the world's wealth is owned by just 20% of the people. Fascinating, right? Top performers don't just know this. They ruthlessly apply it to their time. They cut out the useless 80%, pointless meetings, unnecessary projects, endless notifications, mindless scrolling, and they double down on the critical 20%, the high-impact actions that create real results and drive their success forward. How to apply this? Each night, list your top 10 tasks for tomorrow. Then highlight the 3 tasks that truly matter. Those are your 20%. Everything else is optional. But even if you know your most important tasks, how do you protect your time and energy to actually get them done? That's where time blocking and deep work come in. Techniques used by Elon Musk and Bill Gates themselves. Elon Musk famously schedules his day in 5-minute blocks. Bill Gates sets aside entire weeks for deep thinking, away from meetings and distractions. In fact, we all know Bill Gates spends about a week or two in complete isolation on a remote island when he needs to be deeply productive. No calls, no meetings, just focused thinking time. These billionaires aren't just doing this for fun. They use these exact techniques to protect and maximize their most valuable asset, time. So now you see just how important these techniques really are. This isn't by accident, it's the secret to their insane productivity. Time blocking. Assign specific hours to your most important work and treat them like unmissable appointments. Deep work. During those hours, eliminate all distractions. No notifications, no multitasking, just pure focus. Pro tip, start with 90-minute deep work sessions, followed by short breaks. This rhythm maximizes focus without burnout. But even with time blocking, your calendar can quickly fill up with requests from other people. That's why Warren Buffett says, the difference between successful people and very successful people is, very successful people say no to almost everything. Warren Buffett guards his time like a hawk. He knows that every yes to someone else's request is a no to his own priorities. Every invention, meeting, or favor comes at a cost. Top performers treat their time like an investment portfolio, only investing in things with high returns. Before saying yes to anything, ask, does this directly move me toward my goals? Or is it just someone else's priority? But there's one modern enemy that even the best time management techniques struggle with. So how do top performers win back their focus in a world designed to steal it? Your phone isn't just a phone anymore. It's a smartphone, a slot machine for your brain, carefully designed to hijack your dopamine system and keep you hooked. Every notification, every like, every message, they're not innocent interruptions, they're engineered distractions, deliberately designed to break your focus. This reminds me of a powerful documentary called The Social Dilemma, and if you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend it. It reveals the dark truth straight from the very people who built these platforms. Thousands of highly skilled engineers are working behind the scenes, and their sole job is to capture and keep your attention for as long as possible. And top performers? They know this. That's why many of them, from Tim Cook to Sundar Pichai, actively limit or even eliminate unnecessary tech distractions from their lives. How to apply this in your life? Turn off all non-essential notifications. Use tools like Do Not Disturb, focus modes, or apps like Freedom to block distractions during deep work sessions. Most importantly, remember that your focus is your superpower in today's attention economy. Now, when you combine all these techniques, cutting the noise, prioritizing ruthlessly, protecting deep work time, saying no, and defending your focus, you're no longer managing time, you're owning it. Here's a truth most people never realize. You're not losing time because you're lazy. You're losing it to invisible time leaks. Tiny distractions that seem harmless, but silently drain hours from your day. The 15-minute scroll that somehow turns into an hour. The quick reply to a message that pulls you into endless group chats. Individually, they feel small, but together, they create a black hole of wasted time. And the scariest part? Most people never even notice it happening. The good news? The strategies we've already covered, from the 80-20 rule to time blocking, to mastering the art of saying no. These are the exact tools top performers use to spot and eliminate these invisible leaks for good. Because your time is either being invested or stolen, there's no in between. At the end of the day, your time is more than just minutes on a clock. It's the building blocks of your future. Every moment you protect is a moment you can invest in your goals, your dreams, your life. That's exactly why I care so much about helping you take back control. And if you really want to understand just how valuable your attention is, I highly recommend watching The Social Dilemma on Netflix. It's eye-opening, and I promise, it'll change the way you see your phone forever. Once you watch it, come back and share the biggest thing you learned in the comments. Because protecting your time starts with understanding who's trying to steal it. And I hope to see you back here, because on this channel, your time will always be respected. Until then, keep thriving.